Good morning and happy Sunday. How's it going, guys? I'm super excited for today's episode of just how conditioning affects our life. So, this episode is from Cats Out of the Bag from my podcast. I am going to start doing these weekly and putting some amazing life tips and resources into the community so I can be there for you guys. This is what I want to do. This is what I love to do is make a difference in people's lives, and I really love to teach. And so today is all about conditioning and how conditioning has affected us in our lives, how everything that we do is based on conditioning, how we act, how we treat people, how we respond to things. It's all based on conditioning. So the scary thing is most of our programming happens when we are 6 years old and younger. So, literally from the time we are born till about 6 years old, our system in our brain is actually being programmed. We don't even operate in that beta stage at all, which is what normal adults operate in is beta stage. And that's like having that normal day-to-day mind race, or if you're in a survival mode, you're in high beta. Now, babies are born in an alpha and theta wavelength, and so their brains are absorbing information and absorbing material, and they are wanting to basically learn and connect. And so it's so important that we are practicing to reprogram our minds, because as adults, that's the best choice that we have. We get to reprogram our minds. We get to do something different with ourselves. And that's our freedoms. That's our freedoms as an adult. There are books, there are movies, there are podcasts, there are YouTube videos. There's tons of free content out there that actually helps you to be a better version of yourself, to be a healthier version of yourself, whether it's emotional, whether it's mental. Just changing that mindset matters so much. We respond to our outer conditions regularly. So when something happens, we respond to it. So rather than having that response mechanism that fails us a lot of the time because we get stuck in an emotional response, it's better to have something already in place that you can go to that is a healthier choice. So if someone cuts you off on the freeway, rather than getting angry, flipping them off, or losing it and ruining your whole day, you condition yourself to be calm and to lower your emotional state. Or if it does spark up in you, it just lasts for seconds. When your brain releases a chemical, it only releases for 2 minutes. So when you think a thought, say it's a scary thought, say someone cut you off and you're angry, and immediately your brain is releasing some cortisol or it's releasing a chemical. That chemical is only releasing for 2 minutes. And those 2 minutes should be the amount of time that we have that emotional response, and then we can come to our senses and go, "Wait a minute. This is no big deal. There's always going to be cars on the road. There's going to even more cars on the road, on the freeways and the highways." And so it's smart for me to learn how to handle these situations because they're always going to happen. There's never going to be a time where people drive perfectly all the time, or someone doesn't cut you off, or someone doesn't disrupt your day in some way. And that's you taking control of your mindset and your life and realizing that don't let the outer conditions change you. Don't let the outer conditions knock you off your trajectory for that day. Because if you get up early and you do your meditation and you get in a great state and you vision the day going fantastic and you're super excited because this is how you want your day to go, one of the best things that you can do is stay in that mindset and do everything that you can to stay in that mindset. Because if you get knocked out of that mindset, that's when things start taking that downward spiral. And so it's really important that we are doing everything that we can to stay focused on what we want to see happen. So, just on the normal, what are you thinking about? We don't realize all the time that we're thinking about things that are from our past or that have affected us, or maybe somebody that wronged us, or we didn't feel good about a situation, or we could have handled the situation better. Those are all legitimate things. Those are all ways that we can get knocked out of our orbit in that positive and healthy mindset. And so it is super important that you practice a consistent attitude of positivity or a consistent mindset of visioning for your future and focusing on what you want to attract. What do you want to bring into your life? Because you can't insert yourself in someone else's experience. They're having their own attraction experiences. So you can't push yourself on other people or insert yourself into their experience. All you can do is be the best, most authentic version of yourself and put that vibration and frequency out there and attract. Because everything coming off of our body has a wavelength to it. Our brain, when we think a thought, a wavelength comes off of it. When our heart beats, a wavelength comes off of it, right? These are measurable. When we get hot or cold or we shiver, we get wavelengths, vibrations that come off of our body. And those vibrations can be measured. So just like a microwave goes through the air or a television wave or radio wave goes through the air that you can't see these waves coming off your body, but they do affect you. And they affect you in a massive way every single day. And so it's so important that we are spending the time to focus on the future and do it over and over and over. Because the first time you think a thought, you create a neuron. First time you create a neuron. Now, in order for that neuron to not disappear and for it to become a habit, you have to give it energy. You have to continue thinking that thought over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because what it does physiologically is it takes a primordial glue. It's called a neurotropic gel that is keeping other neurons together. It's literally taking it from those old neurons and solidifying the new thought, the new neuron. So you can actually release and let go of unwanted thoughts, and you can release and let go of unwanted behavior patterns from the past by not focusing on them, by not thinking about them. And you can't say, well, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to focus on that, because you're putting focus on it. You have to literally replace it with something else. So if you're thinking a negative thought, you can say change, you can say stop, you can say cancel, you can play a song, you can do whatever you need to do. But what you need to do is have something in place, have a plan, have a tool, have something that you can do to disrupt that pattern so you can get in your positive mindset. And the best time to do it is first thing in the morning. Right when you wake up. Don't grab your phone. Don't start scrolling on social media. Don't start checking on how many views or likes or whatever. Don't even start thinking about something that happened bad yesterday or a week ago or a month ago or 10 years ago. How long are you going to hang on to this? Because it's time for you to experience true freedom. It's time for you to get outside of your stuck mindset and be able to create the life you truly want. And the way that we can do that is with practice. You practice positive attitudes, positive future visioning, positive techniques. And even like I said, I'll use the example of getting on the freeway again. Change your perspective. Rather than being mad that someone cut you off, always have the perspective of when someone cuts me off or zips in front of me or whatever they do, they're going somewhere important. Like maybe they're rushing to the hospital because they have a baby being born, or maybe they're rushing to the hospital because their loved one was just in an accident, or maybe they're just in an emotional state, or maybe they're just a bad driver. It doesn't even matter what it is. But if we get to make up the story of how these people are affecting our lives, make up a story that supports you in your best life. Make up a story that supports you in activating kindness and acceptance, because we've all been that person that's cut somebody off accidentally. We've all been that person. We've all been that person. And I hate when I accidentally cut somebody off. I don't see somebody in my blind spot. I get over and next thing I know, they're honking at me and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Because I don't want to insert problems into somebody else's day. Right? I don't want to push anything that I'm doing. Like, so if I got mad that I accidentally cut somebody off and they get mad at me and we're flipping each other off back and forth, that's just a negative spiral. That's just not going to go anywhere. So if I can change my perspective and apologize for what I did and take responsibility for that, it disarms the other person a lot of the times. Sometimes it doesn't, but a lot of times it does. And that can totally diffuse the situation and realize people can all realize that we're all human. We all make mistakes and we can learn from them. We can learn how to have better thoughts and how to take better actions and how to get better results in our life by creating positive actions and thoughts and mindsets and by practicing and doing these things every single day. It is so important that you practice every single day because it's going to get to the point where eventually it'll take hold and you will wake up thinking positive and you will wake up filled with gratitude. There's days I wake up literally crying because I am so grateful that I woke up today and I'm so happy that I have another opportunity with this life. I want to pour into people. I want to help heal this planet. I want to bring people closer together. And I want to help you believe in yourself. I want you to live your best life. You're worth it. You deserve it. We all have an opportunity to have a loving existence. It's not always easy. I'm not going to say that there's never going to be any suffering or any problems or anything. That's a given. We're always going to have issues. We're always going to have things that happen. We're always going to have situations that come up that make us uncomfortable or that challenge us in some way. And when we are emotionally and mentally prepared for things that are coming our way, then we actually feel like we have control of our life. So when you get that big bill in and you can't pay it, you realizing, you know what, I'm not going to be worried about this. I'm going to call the company. I'm going to make arrangements. I'm going to see what I can do. And I'm just going to make the call. And a lot of the times we make things so much harder than they have to be. We are so scared of doing our taxes, or we're so scared of sending that email or talking to that person or making that phone call or doing whatever it is that we are supposed to do, or we're guided to do, or we're pulled to do. Maybe energetically, you're putting wonderful things out there for your future, and the perfect person walks in front of you, but you're too scared to say something to them. Take the chance. Shoot your shot, because it's your life. You're the one that has to control your actions. And the only way that you're going to have the confidence to take those actions that might be a little awkward or might feel a little uncomfortable is by actually taking them, by doing those actions, by dealing with the discomfort and working through it, having the fear and doing it anyway. That's what really builds confidence, is racking up those wins. Racking up those times where you took that chance and something wonderful happened. And even if the perfect outcome didn't happen, you know what? Be proud of yourself for taking the shot. Be proud of yourself that you got out of your shell, that you took and went that extra mile to do what you wanted to do. Because again, you're pushing yourself to be better. You're pushing yourself to take more massive actions every single day. It is so important that you do this. You decide where your life goes. Stop being lazy and letting your life happen by default. You have to take control of your mind. You have to take control of your emotions if you truly want to find that joy, if you truly want that vibration of happy in your life, if you want to feel aligned and you want to get downloaded these beautiful life-changing messages on how to create wealth or how to create the best relationship or how to have the career of your dreams or how to travel or take care of animals or children or whatever it is that you want to do, because everything has a frequency, everything. And when you're vibrating down here and you're sad and you're depressed or you're angry or anything like that, you're vibrating a very low frequency. Your blessings are vibrating up here. Your blessings aren't able to lower their vibration and frequency to come down to you because it would no longer be a blessing. That is the whole point of having this higher frequency, is you have to train yourself to raise your vibration into that joy, into that acceptance, and just let your cork float. Just be joyful. You don't have to be like perfect. You don't have to be insanely happy. You don't have to be, overly positive. But all you have to do is not be negative and not be miserable. and choose joyful thoughts. So choose something that you want. Like, say it's a specific career. Say you want to work with animals. So put on paper that you want to work with animals and that you're making a difference in the world and you're getting paid more than you ever have in your life, and it's you can work from anywhere around the world and you are saving animals every single day and you're attracting more people to you that feel the same way, and there's just a loving existence that you're living every single day, and literally make that your focus. And when you're thinking about that, what's going to happen is the universe is going to align to work for you, and it's going to bring situations and opportunities into your life where you can open the door to helping animals. All of a sudden, you're going to get an opportunity to save an animal or donate to a cause, or maybe jump on the bandwagon for an animal welfare group. Whatever it is, you're going to start seeing those opportunities, but the opportunities are at that frequency of, this is what I want to have happen. And I'm joyfully moving in that direction, and my path is moving in that direction. So maybe your path is starting to make content about saving animals and putting animal content out there and starting to support a nonprofit that you believe in that really actually puts money where it's meant to go, is the animals, saving the animals or their habitat, helping this environment around the world so animals can actually feel safe and be healthy and live the lives they're meant to live. It's not just about us humans. There's other creatures living on this planet. There's animals, there's trees, there's plant life, and they've scientifically proven that trees have feelings. They can communicate with each other. They feel. If that doesn't strike you, I don't know what else will, because we're literally destroying our own planet every single day. You're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. You're either committed to growth or you're going to allow destruction and decay. Because by not stepping up and doing something, you're allowing the destruction and decay. We all can do better. We all can step up. We all can put more effort and more attention on healing this world. And it begins with you. It begins with you healing your mindset and healing your emotional state. It's not up to anybody else to make sure that you're okay. It's not up to anybody else to make sure that you have what you need every single day. It's not up to anybody else to gift your family an opportunity or money. You have to go seek it out yourself. And when you do, you're going to build that confidence muscle. You're going to build that excitement. You're going to build momentum towards your goals and your dreams. And then you're going to be vibrating up here. And every single day you're going to be like, I'm joyful. I'm working towards my dreams. I'm taking massive action, and I know the universe is working for me. So I will get the rewards in my life that I want when I stay positively focused on the direction that I want to go. So this is just a helpful tip that if you really, really, really want to break the conditioning of your childhood, of not having enough, of being broke, of working 1, 2, 3 jobs just to make ends meet, of living paycheck to paycheck, or having relationships fail one right after the other. Or maybe it's just, your financial situation and not having the freedom that you want to do the things that you want to do or be there for your family. All of that is conditioning. Most of the time, you will follow the patterns of the people that raised you. So if the people in your family are broke, most likely you're going to be broke. If the people in your family talk negatively and all they do is sit around and talk about everybody else and the world situation, it's more likely that you're going to be the same way. Because again, this is conditioning. Who you are around is who you will become. So make sure that you're putting yourself in positive situations with people that are aspiring for greatness, people that are wanting to change in the same way that you're wanting to change and shift their emotions in the same way that you're wanting to. Put yourself in alignment with those people. Listen to content that is helping you grow and changing your mindset and building that confidence muscle within you. It takes daily practice if you want to go faster. You can do it slower. I've been working on this for 17 years. And honestly, I have realized recently how out of alignment I was. I wasn't doing the work consistently. I wasn't always focused on the same outcome. I wasn't doing the things I needed to do to become the most confident and competent version of myself. I was conditioned to have lack. I was conditioned to put in large amounts of effort. And then when I don't get anything, to pick something else because that wasn't the way. I was never conditioned to push through things. I was never conditioned that when there's a wall that I need to climb over it or break through it or dig under it or go around it or do whatever I need to do to get to where I want to go. I was literally conditioned that you try whatever you want to try and the right thing will be an easy road. That's not the truth. It's never an easy road. There's always going to be complications. What matters is that you pick something that you love and you pick something that matters to you. So you can build that momentum. And then when you come up against that wall, all you want to do is find a way to break through it or get around it or get under it or get over it. Or all you want to do is break through that wall and keep going. That's when you know you're on your right path. So that's all I have for you today. I want you to build that confidence. And I really want you to pick a better way to condition yourself. Condition your health, condition your mind, condition your emotions because you're worth it. So that's it for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please, please, please like and subscribe and share. Share with people that you care about and that you love and that you want to take along on this journey with you. People that you want to see rise because together we all achieve more. So for Cat Heart, Fairy Godmother, and Cats Out of the Bag, have a fantastic day. And I'll be talking with you again real soon. Bye for now.